welcome to Earth Angel TV, the show created by Earth Angels for Earth Angels. I'm Michelle Gordon and I'm the author of the Earth Angel series, and Where's My Fucking Unicorn? And today's episode is all about reality hopping, which sounds pretty crazy, but so I don't even know where to start on this topic because it just seems so kind of mind-blowing, but bear with me, I will do my best. So back a couple of years ago when I was still writing the Earth Angel series, the whole story for book 10 just downloaded out of the clear blue sky one day. I remember the moment it landed in my mind and I was just kind of shocked. But it made so much sense and it fit so well. And spoiler alert, if you haven't read of the Earth Angel series, I'll try not to give too much away, but essentially there was this idea that it was possible to go back in time and create a whole new reality. And that already kind of happened earlier on in the series anyway. But this was kind of a bigger shift. This was a completely different reality that they wanted to create because there were so many things that had gone wrong in the current reality, they decided to change it. So when that idea came through, I didn't write it straight away because I was still writing book 9. And then when it came to writing book 10, while I was writing it, and then after I just finished it, and I think it was before I published it, it then was all anybody would talk about online was how we were shifting to this new reality. And I remember being quite surprised because when I got the idea and when I was writing it, nobody was talking about this. And then all of a sudden everybody was talking about this. So essentially from spring last year, so spring 2018 to spring this year, 2019, that's where we are, we were shifting into this new reality, and there was this idea that it was this gradual shift. But things happened this year that changed my mind on this, and it's something that I may yet touch upon in my books, but I haven't been writing anything about it yet, but we'll see. So spoiler alert for future editions. But basically, I think that last spring we did shift into a different reality, and for a year we were in this other reality, and weirdly it kind of coincided with me actually moving to a new place, and I was in that place for a year, and then all of a sudden, with kind of no warning, I had to leave where I was living and move somewhere else. And that was a reality shift. Now you might be just watching this going, yeah, you just moved house, it's not a big deal. But when I moved to the next place, which again was supposed to be a longer term thing and ended up only being for a few months, I was a different person. And things in that reality were very different to the previous one. And there were things as well in the previous one that I had done that I hadn't been able to achieve my whole life before that point, but suddenly they were possible, which was kind of strange in itself. But the next reality, I was a very, very different person. And then by the time I became aware of this reality hopping situation, I was then leaving that reality, and again it was very sudden, very quick, and suddenly we shifted into a whole new reality again. And I talked to a lot of my Earth Angel friends about it, and we were kind of discussing the idea that, well, maybe we were hopping to all these different realities to raise the vibration in each one. And it occurred to me that maybe one of the reasons why we're not making the big shifts that we need to on the planet right now is because we are not whole beings. And by that I mean that if there are all these alternate realities that exist, bear with me on this one, this is pretty out there, but it's something that me and my Earth Angel friends have been talking about for a little while, and I just wanted to share this idea with you because I want to start a conversation about this. So anyway, we're not whole beings, because if there's all these different realities that exist that were created by these big decisions or big shifts. So imagine, just for the sake of making it finite, there's 20 different alternate realities that exist. And these realities are all sort of alongside, they're all existing alongside each other. So there's all these different versions of ourselves within each of these realities, but what if those different versions are actually different fragments of ourselves, and in which case we are fragmented between the realities. We are existing simultaneously in all these realities, which means that we are not whole. We are not a complete person. And because we're not a complete person, it's more difficult for us to really, I I suppose, be able to understand that we are all one, that we are all connected, and we all need to work together to create the changes on the planet that we need to create. My view of it was that we were hopping to these different realities, we were moving into each one to raise the vibration to the level of the one before, and then they were collapsing onto one another. They were like merging together to create this one reality. But obviously there's a lot of different realities. There's a lot of hopping and there's a lot of merging, and so we basically set the intention that all of these realities would become merged, that we would become whole, that we wouldn't have to keep hopping from one to the other, that we would just create one reality of a high vibration. And so we set that intention, and I do feel like things have shifted. I do feel like that we are these whole beings now, and so that's why I feel like in the last few months things have been so mad. I mean, if you've been feeling kind of a bit lost, if you're feeling like things keep shifting underneath your feet and you're not quite feeling steady, then I hope that you will get onto steady ground now, that you will feel like I am whole, I am myself, this is who I am, and I am ready to, you know, complete my mission. I am here to really make the changes that I came here to this planet to make. And so I would really love to just start a conversation about this, because obviously I know that I write fiction, I know that I write these stories, but I do bring a lot of information and ideas that come to me into the stories to create this conversation, to create this awareness, to help people to really explore the possibilities of what is out there. And so, do you feel like in the last couple of years you've lived in lots of different realities? Do you feel like you are now a whole person? I would really love to start this conversation, because I think it's really important to start opening our awareness to the fact that, you know, this isn't the only reality that exists. There are lots of different realities and there are lots of different universes, and that being a human being at this moment in time is about so much more than just day-to-day reality and just surviving. So please do comment below, please do start a conversation, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. I really do think that it's exciting, because it just opens up this whole new can of possibilities. So thank you for joining me for this episode of EarthAngelTV. I hope it hasn't been too mind-blowing. And yeah, get in touch, let me know what you think, because this is why I am creating this show. This is why I'm doing this, because I want to start these conversations. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.